Make impact.
Where are we going? So when I tell you where we're going, the first thing I want to do is give you an example or a model that we're using to really build our plan and platform around. So if some of you were around in the 70s and the 80s, you knew of a huge company called Kmart. And Kmart was everywhere across the country, and they were even expanding internationally. And there was a small disruptor at the time who came on board by the name of Walmart. And I've got some W's up here. There were some differences, some unique differences between Kmart and Walmart. Kmart used a decentralized model where each store really stood alone and stood on their own feet, and they would put them in the market. They had a consumer advice on how many people were in a certain area, and they would put this model in there as a discount retailer. And then came Walmart, the big disruptor. And one thing that was different about Walmart is they started positioning these small stores in little towns. But what people didn't recognize was their strategy and what they were doing. And instead of competing as just one store at a time, Walmart started building a network. And in that network, the Walmart stores were able to leverage technology. They were able to see everything that was coming in, everything that was going out, and all their stores were tied to a network. They were able to use this network to get better prices from their vendors, something that we're doing today. They were able to operate faster because they knew the inventories at each store, and they knew where to put different things and how to move with velocity. They were managing their inventory better. And they were able to leverage best practices and other things. And they were doing all this because they were tied together. These people just operated as one independent entity, as a big company. Walmart used a centralized approach. Our team is building a network, and that's one thing that we're really excited about. Let's talk about where we're going. The network. The network takes us to strategy. Good strategy is using our strengths leveraged against competitors' weakness right here. Bad strategy would be not understanding the market dynamics or just believing a blue sky concept that everything we do is going to work. I wish it did, but it doesn't. There's going to be winners, there's going to be losers, and we've got to understand what it takes to make us win in the market with 3 brands. Let's look at where we win. Where we win, we want to make impact. We win by creating the network. Just like Walmart did and how they overtook Kmart, they tied everything together. And we do that in different ways. Number one, we do it with the people, the culture, making an impact. I'm really excited about a leadership experience that we've got going just in our network called Impact. It's going to be awesome. 2025, it's going to be great. Next thing, ERP. ERP is something we're doing. Gets everyone on the same page. Think about pricing. Think about being able to benchmark what we're doing. It just makes so much sense. Our shipping, when we think about the carts, leveraging that throughout our network. We think about inventory, lowering our net working capital by being able to really rationalize our inventory and knowing where we have products at which stores and where's the best place to put it, how to move it around. Great things coming from technology. That's a place we're going to win in our market. Third, Windows. Really excited about Windows. We are Sierra Pacific's largest customer. They've got a new state-of-the-art plant coming in Alabama. We're going to be able to ship throughout our network, even ship sometimes direct right from the plant. Fourth thing, the power of us. If you think about what we can do as USLBM, it's even greater than just our network. We want to leverage the resources of truss manufacturing. We have a place at Georgia Truss that we can tie together with our production builders at Professional Building Supply. We can add to what we're already doing. We're excited. That's a few places we're going to win in 2025 and beyond. Let's look at our market dynamics. We've got some big players in the market. Let's look at the big players. Big players, BFS, they're everywhere. Production builders in South Carolina, mountains in the North Carolina, more of the custom work. They've got a dense network. They're everywhere, but they're definitely beatable. 84 Lumber, 84 is out there. You know, we run against them a lot. Yoder's Building Supply. Yoder's is the biggest single site lumber yard probably in the Southeast, maybe in the country. They are a very formidable foe and they compete with us at every location. Then we get into the inconsistent and sometimes crazy dealers we go against. Contract Lumber, one of the first on the list. Talking about low prices, they'll give them. Carter Lumber. Carter will go many crazy places to do crazy things, and that's okay, but it's not sustainable. Harbin Lumber. Harbin will run the whole gamut. They do have a strong company from a standpoint that they've got trusses. They've been around for a while, and they're definitely in our market. The smaller yards, we've got people like Henson's. We've got Building Center. We've got a few others that aren't on this list, but this gives you an idea. Last but not least, potential disruptors. And I don't have them up here, but like in our Franklin store, we compete with Lowe's a lot. Home Depot, they're on every corner in South Carolina. If they ever figured out how to play the pro game, they definitely could